Hey guys, this is Eduware from Bricks Maven, and today I am very happy to be releasing the blocks for the core framework. Just to give you a quick explanation of what these blocks are, they're basically just building blocks, design agnostic blocks to help you build faster in Bricks Builder, right? It's especially for Bricks Builder. The core framework was released, I think, 3 weeks ago or something, or maybe it might even be a month now. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but we have created blocks for the core framework, which I would like to present to you guys today to actually show you what are the possibilities with these blocks, what you can do with it, and how it can actually help you accelerate your development workflow when using the core framework. So let's dive in and let me show you guys what the possibilities are. Just first things that you note is we did not build the blocks using the utility classes of core framework. We actually created custom CSS classes that hook into the core framework. So we'll be using their spacing classes, text classes, and other variables that they have or tokens that they have that we can use to create our own components, especially components to use in our build. So these are the kind of blocks that you can expect. As you can see, they're pretty basic in design. There's not much too much styling going on, so you can easily apply your own brand to it. You can easily apply your own changes to it. We have feature sections, hero sections, we have grid sections, we have pricing sections, testimonial sections. So you can easily mix and match and create different kinds of layouts that fit whatever project you're trying to create. Furthermore, we also have a Figma file which contains the blocks, where you can actually mock up or design wireframes for your clients, get approval, and obviously use the same blocks in Bricks to build a website, or you can already build in Bricks if that's the workflow you prefer. But all in all, it will immensely boost your workflow, because at the end of the day, you and I know that there are certain blocks that you rebuild over and over in every project, and doing that over and over again is not going to really help. It's actually going to slow down projects, right? Projects will take longer, and why would you do that? Obviously, there might be certain blocks that are not available, or a certain design that you want to do that you still need to do some custom work. But I bet that more than 75% of the sections that you're creating are just common, and you might as well just have a library where you can just drag and drop these blocks in, style them, and move on with your life, right? Okay, so enough of the intro. Let's dive into the core framework. For those that have already been trying it out or using it in projects, you already know that you can customize your colors, your typography, the spacing. You can even add components. There's layouts, classes that you can tweak, change, design classes that you can tweak and change. And yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that you can use. You can even export the CSS to use outside of WordPress if that's what you prefer. I'm not going to go into setting this up. I just want to show you guys actually what the framework is about. I also want to let you guys know that I actually created a small style guide, which I already set up here. You can view it right here. As you can see, it automatically takes up your colors, etc. in your build. As you can see here, see it has your typography, etc. It shows you examples, heading examples, and you have your colors, which you can just flick through. You can see your different colors here. I created 9. I generated 9 variants. You can choose using the style guide. It only runs up to 9. So if you have less than 9, the colors will not show up. Just keep in mind. Just keep that in mind. We have the buttons that you can see here. You can see the representation of all the buttons and all the different style and states. we have the width going on, we have the spacing, we have our spacing action here, we have a box shadow, and we have our border radius. Okay, so I want to go ahead and just set things up for you guys. So we can start with the templates. Now I've already gone ahead and added a header and a footer. I also actually added a header into it, but let's go in. As you can see, we have a header and a footer, but I could say, to show you guys real quick, I'm going to just delete this and add a header into it. So we come here in the remote template and we just scroll down to header. And I'm just going to add the same header I did. I think it was header 2. So here's the header 2. And we just insert it into our into the editor. Everything is already set. It's already automatically responsive. I'm going to do the same thing for the footer again. I might choose another footer, but I'll just do the same thing. So we have a footer. Reason being, I created everything beforehand. I don't want this video to be like super long, so I'll just delete this, and this is basically just what I did. I just went to template bundle, footer, and just inserted it. And obviously I added the background image color, sorry. Select the class, change the background, and here's where I tweaked the color. So save that. Now we have a header, footer. Now we can move on. I'm going to create a new page, and I'll just use the whole just call it home page. Just publish that, and now we're just going to dive in and just set up a quick home page. So we have a header, we have a footer, and obviously we start with a hero section. So let me just import a hero section that we can use. So we'll do hero. Let me see one that we would like. Use this one. I know I like this setup. I just noticed that I forgot to add an image, to import the image. So let me just add an image real quick. This just a placeholder. There we go. So after we added the header, I'll need some kind of content section. So yeah, we can go for something really dramatic like this. Let me just, no. You know what, I'll import the images, but you actually just get in a placeholder, as you can see. Boom. So next I would like to add a, maybe you should go for something feature section, something simple. Let me see. Maybe something like this. Forgot to add the images. Wait, let me just delete this and let me just re-import again with the images. Keep on forgetting. It'd be nice if you just flicked it once and it just, you know, it reminds the setting. Every time you open up the remote template, you have to click on the import images button. Kind of annoying. Okay, so here we go again. We just have simple placeholders. As you can see, this is a sticky section and it scrolls with you. And just to remind you guys, everything is automatically responsive, right? So everything has already, all those breakpoints have been set, everything is automatically responsive. So we're building out our site. Let's say you were doing this in Figma, you would just take the same sections which are available in the Figma file. You can just build out your page like this and obviously get approval from the client, load them up in Bricks, style them as you want, or you could also choose to build it in Bricks if that's your workflow, and present it to the client, get approval, and move on with your life. Okay, let's move on to the next section. I would like to add a let's see, Okay, we have the let's add a testimonial section, because people want to know why our products are so awesome. So here, let's add import images here again. Let's insert that section. Here we go. We have the section. And now, as last, I would like to add a blog section. I will go for, let me import the images again. I'll go for this one. And there, it automatically pulls in our blog post, adds the images. You don't need to set these things. These things have been set. This is a query loop. It has to be set to the post query. It pulls in the post that you already have set, and you're ready to go. Our blocks that we have here are all tagged, as you can see, tagged. Here we go. Paragraph tag, you know. So these things you don't even need to do. That's already been done for you. It's responsive, they're scalable, style the CSS. If you make changes, this, for example, this is a card, right? And you already know that if, let's say, I want all these cards to have a rounded corner, just give an example. We can make changes to our cards by just tweaking, obviously, the CSS. So let me move my head. I'll go and use the variable radius m. There you go, they all changed. Or simply just L to give it a more greater effect. I could go to box shadow in the colors and say var shadow L, and they all have drop shadows. If this effect is too strong, obviously I could go to the, let's go there, let's do it together. I could go to the core framework. First, let me save this because I want to reload it. I'll go to the design, I'll go down to box shadow right here. I could say I want this to be 10. I want the shadow to be very light. And then we go back here, I just reload this. And there you have it. That is changed on the fly. This is a H2 tag, this is a H3 tag, this is also a H3 tag. But maybe I find this too large, so I can come here in on the class and I can change this to an M, or I could say an L, you know. And maybe I might say, hey, I want the content here, the text, to be centered. Well, I can do that here. I just center it so it applies to all, right? Yeah, you can change the background, you can give it a pattern, you can just go wild, and it changes everywhere. If I had the same block on different pages, I could easily make those changes. I could even say, hey, I don't like the spacing. I don't like this to be a 2-column. Because now it's what I'm trying to say. It's now 2 columns. Let's say I want it to be a different divide, maybe more like the cards to have like a spacing of columns of 3. It should be divided like 3, 2. So it's best I show it. What I mean. So that is it's the feature, and and to go to the card, that's the scroll. So on this, on the right one, no, on the wrapper. So now we have, it's repeating 2 columns, right? So let's say I want this to repeat 5 columns, right? Okay, you're like, oh, everything's broken. But on the sticky, I'll span this to 3, right? No, sorry, that's sticky. I'll span this to 2. Let me just copy this, and on the scroll, I'll span this to 3. So now this the 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 width is now divided differently than it was before. Those are the changes you could make if you want. And on the responsive end, you see, it's all good, no issues. It's still responsive. You can make those changes. You know, granted, you could remove the sticking. You could say, hey, you wanted to span the whole width. That's all up to you, right? But I'm just showing you guys how quickly you can make changes to the blocks. So now we have a whole block here. Wait, let me add one more thing. I want to add a call to action. Call to action right here, and yeah, I just want to take this one. Let me just insert it. Nope. There you go. It's inserted, and everything is there what you need. It's also responsive, as you can see. We have all the things that we need all there for you. And basically we could, let's just add an image. This one, it's a little bit of tall image. Go for this. So we add an image here. Let's just add our images. Let's say if you had this exact design, you would cut out your images, you have them ready, and you can just plug it in, right? So let's just do that. Obviously, just want to put in maybe something like this. Let me see if what the seems that there's no aspect ratio on this one. I have to tweak that up later. But here we have this image, and we can continue and add our images here. This one to go on, add this one. Okay, let me continue adding the pictures here. So we have most images added. Yeah, so there you have it. Let me save this. Let me preview this on the front end. So we have a header, we have a hero, we have a content section, we have content section, we have maybe a feature section where we show maybe our services or whatever. And here we have the testimonials, what clients think, and here we have blog section, and here we have the call to action as a finisher. And as you all know, it's blocked again. It's all responsive, right? As you can see, so everything is responsive automatically, and yeah. That's actually what you can do, and you can imagine if you had to build everything from scratch, right? Adding every individual element, adding the classes, making the changes. It will take you a while to build this up. While if you are using a design library, which has been made in a way that you can actually not only build up your website quicker, but also because we're also going to be adding modular blocks to the library, which meaning that you can, instead of, for example, having to insert this whole section, you have access to only like insert this single card, which will give you possibilities to create your own layouts, right? And like, for example, here in the builder, you can see in the remote templates, we also have, for example, here, like here we have the list element, we have a double button component, right? You can add a primary button and a secondary button. We also have the same here, but this one is a link and this one is actually a button. We have the left aligned section intro, or a centered section intro. So we'll have more of this, I'll call them blocks or components that you can use in your own designs, which will allow you to create different kinds of designs, right? So there are much more things to explore here. You can actually, if you're interested, you can go through the whole blocks here. They're all available here to see. If you're interested, we have at this moment we have about 300 and I think 390 from around 390 blocks. We actually have a maximum of 500, but as I've been building these blocks, I am thinking of also I know for a fact that there's going to be more than 500, even if we're going to be breaking down these blocks in like components, elements, right? For example, like this testimonial section you see, this single component will be like available standalone, which you can use in different situations, right? So you don't need to import this whole thing, so you can build your own stuff, right? So eventually it will be we're creating a system that you can actually it's much more than just a simple design library with different kinds of designs, right? You can create your own and you can use the ones that have been put together for you. So I hope you guys are excited as I am. I'm going to make this available for everyone, obviously. As we're launching today, today is the 3rd of August. We're going to launch today. It's actually already available on the website. I'm showing it right here. Here you can see it. It's available right here. I'll be giving everybody a discount code to be a 15% discount code. So it's available until the 5th of August at midnight, to end at midnight. So if you're interested in it, you can get it right now. After that, we'll be charging the full price. And for people, note it's excluding the VAT, so you still have to pay VAT on it. Obviously, if you're a business, that gets cancelled out. But just know that the price is excluding the VAT app. So I hope you guys are excited, and this will be a tool that can help you build websites much more faster than you're used to doing it from scratch, and it will save you time and make you more money, and your clients will be happy. And yeah, I hope you guys like this. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. And have a nice day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.